Sudden and unexpected death last night of television actor John Ritter at the age of 54.
You're sick. He goes, I'm okay, I just want to talk to you for a second. I was like, okay. And he sat down on the couch. He goes, I love you. And I was like, I love you too, silly man. He goes, no, I want you to know I love you.
Please welcome John Ritter.
If you make her cry, I will make you cry.
What is this? Oh, you know, these are...
John Ritter was one of the few comedic performers who had mastered the use of body language. Ritter, who is known for his flawless timing and unmatched charisma while delivering funny lines, rose to fame through his performances in TV series including Three's Company and 8 Simple Rules. But no one was prepared for the untimely death of John Ritter during the 8 Simple Rules production, which had a lasting impact on his legacy. Ritter was born in Burbank, California in 1948. His father, Tex Ritter, was a well-known actor and country singer, so Johnny grew up surrounded by the entertainment industry. John once said, "I grew up watching my father on TV, and it was always something special. I knew I wanted to do the same." Ritter had always had a fascination with performing. He served as a student body president at Hollywood High School. He attended the University of Southern California after graduating from high school. Due to the demands of society and the fame of his father, he had first planned to become a lawyer or politician, but his passion for performing won out, and he decided to change his major to theater arts. He earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Theater from Columbia University in 1970. Ritter developed his acting abilities and took part in many theatrical shows while attending USC. Even at that young age, his charm and natural skill were obvious, and he soon established himself as a talented young actor. In 1973, Ritter played Reverend Matthew Fordwick in The Waltons, which was his first major role. After receiving positive feedback for his performance, producers soon noticed him as a potential new star. The part that would define Ritter's career came when he was cast as Jack Tripper in the comedy Three's Company in 1977. Ritter won an Emmy Award and a Golden Globe for his depiction of the lovable, clumsy, and sometimes misunderstood Jack Tripper in the successful television series. He once said, "I loved playing Jack. He was a part of me, and the show was such a joy to work on." Since Ritter could handle tragic roles with the same grace, he quickly made a name for himself as a humorous actor. He had a reputation for being a joker behind the camera, constantly adding humor and energy to the scene. He played a Vietnam veteran who was affected by Agent Orange in the TV film Unnatural Causes, which demonstrated his ability to transition between humor and drama with ease. Ritter kept working in television and movies after Three's Company, making his appearances in series including Hooperman, Hearts of Fire, and Ally McBeal. Because of his skill as an actor, he was able to move between many genres with ease, which helped him become well-liked in the entertainment world. Ritter made his television comeback in 2002 with the sitcom 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter. The successful drama followed a father as he dealt with the difficulties of raising teenage girls.
You listen to your dad.
That was not even nearly as hot as Damien.
No. You listen.
I'm gonna call Damien.
La.
In the part of Paul Hennessy, Ritter demonstrated both his comic skills and his capacity to infuse his character with warmth and compassion. Ritter's life was tragically cut short in 2003. He unexpectedly fell sick during a 8 Simple Rules rehearsal. Within the comic and film industry, John Ritter has left a lasting impact. His contributions to the world of physical comedy are still felt, and his work in movies and television is still highly regarded. Ritter's untimely demise brought attention to aortic dissection, a disorder that is frequently misdiagnosed because it resembles a heart attack, and underscored a significance of heart health. Ritter had 2 marriages in his personal life. 3 children were born into his first marriage to actress Nancy Morgan, Jason, Carly, and Tyler. Stella was his daughter from his second marriage to actress Amy Yazbek. Ritter's family members continued to pay tribute to him and his contributions to the entertainment business, notably his son Jason Ritter, who pursued an acting career after his father. A passionate golfer, John Ritter had a life outside of television and movies. In his own time, he liked to play golf and would frequently take part in celebrity golf events. He enjoyed playing the sport with friends and family, and he frequently used it as a means of relaxation from the fast-paced lifestyle of Hollywood. Aortic dissection received a lot of attention after John Ritter's untimely death. When there is a rupture in the inner layer of the aorta, the big blood artery that branches from the heart, it can lead to a dangerous cardiac disease. If treatment for this illness is delayed, it may result in an aortic rupture or reduced blood supply to the organs, both of which could be deadly. Since his death, Amy Yazbek, the widow of Ritter, has turned into a heart health advocate, bringing attention to aortic dissection and stressing the value of early discovery and care. She aims to inform the public and medical professionals about the dangers and symptoms of aortic dissection through the John Ritter Foundation for Aortic Health.
We're going to save lives.
Yes.
Every time it's even the thing that you said, like aortic dissection, people didn't even know what it is. What happened to John was they treated him for a heart attack, which is the opposite.
And you can't treat them.
Oh, no.
John Ritter was active in the comedy industry until his tragic death. Even though his fame peaked in the 1970s and 1980s, his comedy and charisma delighted fans as he went on to act in other films and make cameos on television series. Ritter's love for playing never faded in his latter years, as he kept working on roles that best suited his versatility and skill. His performance in 8 Simple Rules demonstrated his ability to engage audiences of all ages, and many of his admirers were left feeling empty-handed by his untimely death. Ritter's generosity, friendliness, and contagious sense of humor were well-known traits that made him popular with everyone he worked with. Ritter had a lot going on in the months before he passed away. He was enthusiastic about the future of 8 Simple Rules and looking forward to filming the second season. In addition, he worked on other cinematic projects, showcasing his ongoing commitment to his profession. While working on the 8 Simple Rules set on September 11, 2003, Ritter started to feel quite sick with nausea and vomiting. At first, it was believed that he was having a heart attack. After being brought to Providence St. Joseph Medical Center, his aortic dissection was diagnosed by medical professionals. Later that evening, Ritter passed away in spite of their best attempts. The entertainment industry, fans, and colleagues expressed their deep sorrow upon learning of Ritter's passing.
We love John more than anything. We're not the only people that have lost someone so close to us.
Global tributes flooded in, honoring Ritter's gift, generosity, and the happiness he offered to so many. Renowned actress Amy Yazbek, 61, who starred in Wings, revealed to Fox News Digital the horrific facts of her late husband John Ritter's last hours. She recalled, "John was working on a sitcom, and during the workday he had chest pain in his back, ripping chest pain and nausea. His symptoms were initially misinterpreted as a heart attack when the producer took him to the emergency department. Regretfully, it became clear that he had thoracic aortic dissection." Yazbek established the John Ritter Foundation for Aortic Health after Ritter's untimely death. Through campaigning, education, and research, the foundation aims to increase public knowledge of thoracic aortic disease. If you've been diagnosed or you need to talk to somebody who's been in the same situation, we have the Aorta Advocates and then Ritter Rules, which is a set of rules for understanding what your risk is, Yazbek said. When asked if she stays in contact with 37-year-old Kaylee Cuoco, Ritter's co-star on 8 Simple Rules, Yazbek responded, "Absolutely." Yazbek makes sure Ritter's legacy continues by advocating for him and maintaining his contacts, which aid in preventing others from suffering the same fate. John Ritter's professional life is a great example of how to take chances and embrace your abilities. It is never too late to follow your passion and succeed, as seen by his transition from a serious performer to a comic celebrity. In the future, Ritter's reputation as a master of physical comedy will excite and motivate audiences. But nothing can stop death from happening, and death was especially terrible in John Ritter's situation. His children and wife Amy carry on his legacy by working to promote heart health. He was preceded in death. Ritter's nephew told a news source what he thought of his uncle, saying, "He was a truly wonderful man. A very caring, naturally funny guy in day-to-day life, not just because someone wrote something on paper for him. He was a very tender-hearted man. He was one of my best friends and I loved him dearly. I'll miss him greatly."
He always made us laugh.
He just had a way of making you feel special.
But we'd love to hear from you. What do you think of this great comedic actor? Let us know in the comments below and share your thoughts with us. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell icon to never miss on our future updates. Thanks for watching.